we have to have a defensive prayer life so that we can optimize our confession. But we also need a defensive prayer life because it observes connectedness. Here he is. He says, open your eyes and see the desolation of the city that bears your name. That here, Daniel is in Babylon under oppression, but he's praying for folk all the way in Jerusalem who are living in rubble. Okay, let me try it again. He's in Babylon talking to God about folk in Jerusalem, because when you really have a commitment to prayer, you don't just talk to God about what you don't like about your life, but you learn how to say, there's some folk who are doing a little worse than I am, and even in the midst of my pain and my hell, I'm going to pray for somebody. Do I have any intercessors in the house today? No, I need people that came to church that can say, even when I'm sick, I pray for other people's healing. Even when I'm broke, I pray for other people's sustainability. Even when I'm down, I pray for people to be lifted up. Even when I've been lied on, I pray for other people's reputations. I need somebody in the house that can say, I'm such a prayer warrior. I know better than to just pray for myself because I believe that what God can do for my neighbor is just a symptom of what God can do. Do I have any prayer warriors in the house today that can say, even in the midst of my bondage, I'm going to pray for some folk who are just as bad, if not worse off than I am? Yeah. Okay, I don't think I made the case. I don't think I made the case. He says, here he is in Babylon praying for folk in Jerusalem. And that might not sound familiar to you, because we forget that only about 10,000 Hebrews were trafficked into Babylon and forced to build a nation that they would not have representation in. That sounds eerily familiar to me. Here they are, trafficked from their homeland into another country where they're forced to build the wealth and make it great again and not benefit from any of the greatness that they helped to build. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. But here, Daniel, in the midst of his oppression, in the midst of surviving 2 kings, now on his 3rd king, Daniel, who's walked through lions' dens and interpreted dreams in Babylon, remembers that there's some folk left in Jerusalem who are living under the rubble with no temple and no jobs and no infrastructure and no agriculture to sustain themselves. Here he is in a place that's less than ideal, but he stops and prays for some folk who lost SNAP benefits on Saturday. He stops and prays for folk who won't have Medicaid and Medicare once the big beautiful bill comes into effect. He stops and prays for folk who are being pushed in ice trucks by people in masks while they're just trying to shop at the grocery store. He stops and prays for some folk who have a condition that might be worse than his. And you are not fully a mature child of God if you can't see that other people's pain is connected to your pain. And God cannot bless all of us until God blesses those who are at the bottom of what the world is trying to do to folk who don't look like Donald Trump or have his bank account. Am I talking to anybody in this place today that can thank God that you've learned how to trust God for your life and talk to God for somebody else's life, because your faith has been activated when you can pray for their deliverance. In the middle of your pain, you can pray for their breakthrough. In the middle of your pain, you can pray for their joy. Am I looking at some people in the building today that can say, there's some folk who've been left behind, but I'm so grateful, even though I live in the suburbs, I have a commitment to folk who've been left behind if I don't do anything else but pray. Now, I really thought I had more prayer warriors in here today who understood that when you learn how to stand in the gap for someone else, there's some stuff God will do through you and for you that will literally exceed your expectation and blow your... Has God ever blessed anybody through your prayer? Has anybody ever been blessed by somebody else's prayer? I thank God that my mama prays for me. I thank God my grandma prayed for me. I'm grateful that my grandfather prayed for me. I'm grateful to have a church like Fountain that prays for me. Anybody grateful that somebody prayed for you, had you on their mind? They took the time and prayed for you. I'm so glad they prayed. I'm so glad they prayed. I'm saying, anybody know that song? I'm so glad they prayed. Come on, you wouldn't still have your sanity if somebody didn't pray for you. You wouldn't still have your job if somebody else didn't pray for you. You wouldn't have been able to raise those children if somebody didn't pray for you. You wouldn't have survived that loss if somebody didn't pray. I wish somebody could thank God that somebody prayed for you. I'll wait. Will you take 10 seconds and just think about every prayer that got you to this moment today? Every prayer that opened the door, every prayer that stabilized your mind, every prayer that mended your broken heart, every prayer that gave you the strength to try it one more time. I'm so glad somebody prayed for me. Hallelujah. It's a connectedness. When you talk to God, you're reminded that a threat to justice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Yeah. And if ICE will come get them today, the police will come get you tomorrow. If they'll take SNAP benefits today, you better be sure they'll try to come after your pension tomorrow. All of us are in this together, and we got to pray for each other. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Look here, everybody.